Hi, I'm Liz Crosby. I am a yoga instructor at Cal Poly Recreation Center. I'm going over handstand. So this is a quick tutorial. Hopefully you can find a wall space to work with. That's all that you'll need for this quick tutorial. And handstand in Sanskrit is Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, which is upside down tree pose. So you want to really visualize yourself as a tree rooting into the earth and grounding down through your foundation. You're sending a pulse from your power center, solar plexus, up through the uppermost cerebral spinal centers, out through the hands, and then riding all the energy that roots and rebounds up through your foundation, all the way up through the feet. So I'm going to go over all of the things that you can do working with wall and then how to navigate off of the wall into the middle of the room. Initially, L shape against the wall is the way to go. Measure out a leg's distance away from the wall. Hands come to the mat. Hands are just shoulder distance apart. Spread the fingers wide. Press firmly through the index finger and thumb knuckles. Now spiral the eyes of the elbows towards midline. Plug the arms into the shoulder sockets. Walk your feet up the wall to the height of your hips. And you can set up next to a mirror, or you can record yourself with your cell phone to make sure that you are indeed a right angle. Draw the floating ribs together and in, re-extend the energy out through the sit bones. Maybe one leg extends up. And switch, getting both sides. And you can actually work some core work here too, similar to Navasana boat pose to Ardha Navasana. You can do one at a time, right? Hug the knee in, extend out. Hug the knee in, extend out. And get both sides. Hug the knee in, extend out. Hug the knee in, extend out. When you're complete, walk the feet back down the wall. Take a moment and release. You can grab opposite elbows. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. And rolling the spine back up through to standing. So now that we've established hips directly over shoulders, this is crucial because if you try to hop up without imprinting alignment of hips over shoulders, you're going to resist allowing the hips to come up. So imprint the L shape first, and then when you feel ready, you can turn to face the wall, legs a distance away, just shins distance, because we're going to bend one knee at the top, and that'll be our detective leg to make sure that we're in the proper alignment. Hands plant. Again, middle fingers in line, thumbs in line, arms floor away. One leg extends up like a standing split. Lean the shoulders beyond the wrists. As you kick, with the kicking leg, kick towards yourself. Plug the femur head bone into the hip socket as you hop. Again, push the floor away with your arms. Arms stay straight, so you're not letting them bow out. If you let them bow out, you're doing a bench press of your own body weight. Spiral the eyes, the elbows in towards midline. This is external rotation of humerus head bone and shoulder socket. And then of course one knee is bent. And then when you feel ready to, you can start to maybe float that leg up and find the balance. Squeeze legs together at the top. It's much easier if you gaze at your foundational point. So gaze can be in between the thumbs initially to start. Hold for as long as you can. And then coming back down. So you'll definitely want to get firmly established, hopping up against the wall. And then when you feel ready to go here, we're diving right into the void of nothingness, the abyss, the central axis of your toroidal flow, your electromagnetic field. Maybe do a quick check and make sure you can go right up to the wall. Toes and nose. Let's ride the liquid fire tube right through the spine. So you're gonna have to walk a little bit with the hands, coming into L shape, a little bit of review. Walk the hands in. Heels of the hands come just far enough away from the wall that comprises really the length of your foot, the toes to the center of the heel. And then bring just your toes and the nose to the wall. And hold. Finding the static hold, building the strength around the static hold to support the straight line. Now you can come out one of two ways, either cartwheel out or walk it back out. I'm gonna do a quick cartwheel out, leg off to the side, and cartwheel out. Always check for neighbors. And of course you can walk it back out. Definitely save some energy reserves in the shoulders to walk it back out again. All right, so eventually we wanna get off of the wall. So couple tricks for getting off of the wall. You can practice leg switches further out away from the wall. Again, feel free to love up those wrists if you need to roll them out a little bit before you go back in. All right, diving into the portal. So measure it out, legs distance away. Hop it up, find the wall. And then try to switch your legs in space. And that will help you to solidify your awareness of self, hips stacking over shoulders, stacking over wrists. It's really fun too. It's like working a jigsaw puzzle out in your own body. And then gently release. All right, now finally actually getting off of the wall. Right, we love wall, but we don't want to develop a codependent relationship with wall. So again, if you're working in the middle of the room, know that you can cartwheel off to the side. Sometimes flipping over into a back bend is a really real fear. If you don't have a lot of upper spine mobility, then it could mean quite a large impact, which ends up impacting the lower spine, the lowermost vertebral discs, intervertebral discs the most. So cartwheel off to the side to minimize impact. Now, most of us can't press up in a handstand right off the bat, so I'm going to show the easiest route to navigate into handstand in the middle of the room, which for most people, if they have semi-open hamstrings, is from a standing split. So hands plant, middle fingers in line, thumbs in line. Again, spiral the eyes, the elbows towards each other. You really want to start to visualize your whole body as a conduit of energy, a channel. So the arms are very active, pushing the floor away and plugging the arms into their respective shoulder sockets. One leg extends up. Now, before you hop up, to find the balance, you lean your shoulders beyond the wrists, right heel lifts, kick towards yourself instead of away. You might think you'll kick yourself in the face, but you won't. When you kick away, you deplete all of your energy from the hop. When you kick towards, you conserve all of the energy from the hop. And again, you can pause in a warrior three, stay super aligned and anchored in with that lifted leg, and then slowly draw the kicking leg up to meet it. Squeeze legs together at the top, reach out through the balls of the feet. You can point, hard flex, or point. Super fun. And another trajectory in, because I do want to be able to meet all needs. If you have tight hamstrings, the easiest route is a tuck jump. So we'll try really quickly against the wall first. Kick your heels towards your bum and let the hips come up. If you need to, you can even place a bolster and rest your head against the bolster so the shoulders ain't going anywhere. But allow the hips to come up. So here, hop, and find the wall. And you can do that multiple times to find it. Another viable option too, again, if you're not too scared by toes and nose, walk it in. Give yourself a little bit more space away from the wall this time, and then slide down into your tuck and slide the feet back up. Slide it down, slide it up. Again, you can walk it back out again. Now let's try it in the middle of the room. So this is a viable option. You can take the tuck jump from down dog as you navigate to the front of the mat, or when you're going back into downward facing dog from the front of the mat. So any of those are viable options. To make it easier, because most of us are just beginning this process, you can start with the feet relatively close as opposed to far back, like you would in downward facing dog pose. So you'll bend in the knees, push the floor away. Again, kick your heels towards your seat and hop it up. Pause in your tuck and then extend it up. Super fun.
It is an interplay of rooting and rebounding forces, not just strength, but balance, finding your intelligent central core, and uniting the bandhas, the energy locks, unions between the chakras, and slowly lower. Really quickly for the wrists, coming into tabletop pose. Fingers point towards midline, palms facing up. You can nod the shoulders from side to side. Always want to love your wrists. The wrists do a lot of work. They do get super strong, but you also want to complement them with flexibility. Now, bending in the elbows, ball the hands into fists, straighten through the arms, and breathe into the wrists. You can repeat as much as you need. And then lastly, fingertips point towards your knees, and slowly peel the heels of the hands up off of the mat. Fingertips lift very last. Shake it out if you need to. All right. One more thing. One forearm comes down to the mat, opposite knee massages from elbow crease down to wrist. This is so clutch if you're choosing to invert an arm balance on a regular basis, and switch. Elbow crease down to wrist. Massage it all the way out. You want to continue to thrive in your arm balance and inversion practice, so these little tricks and exercises for wrist and forearm maintenance become crucial. So thank you for practicing with me today, and enjoy your inversion practice. Namaste.